The worst part about chronic pain isn't the pain itself. It's watching someone else casually steal the few accommodations you fought so hard to get. Like my disabled parking permit, which I'm staring at right now through my sister's windshield, knowing she used it for another shopping spree while I spent 20 minutes hobbling from the back of the lot. My name is Zara, and I have fibromyalgia. Most days it feels like my bones are made of ground glass and my muscles have been put through a meat grinder. Today is one of those days, and my sister Savannah just breezed past me in the driveway, designer shopping bags swinging from her arm. "Oh my God, you would not believe the deals I got," she squeals, not even acknowledging that she took my permit. Again, the new Nordstrom collection is everything. I grip my cane tighter, knuckles white. "Savannah, we've talked about this. You can't keep taking my permit." She rolls her eyes, fishing it out of her purse like she's doing me a favour. "It's not like you were using it. You barely leave the house anyway." "Because I can't park anywhere close when you steal my permit. Girls," my mother Laura appears in the doorway frowning. "What's all the commotion?" "Zara's being dramatic again," Savannah sighs, dropping the permit on the counter. "It was just a quick shopping trip. She acts like I committed a felony or something." "It actually is a felony," I say through gritted teeth. "Disabled permit fraud is—" "Oh, honey," Mom cuts me off, that patronising softness in her voice that I've grown to hate. "Savannah was just trying to run some errands. You know how busy she is with her social media career taking off. Why don't you go lie down? You look tired." I want to scream. Instead, I watch Savannah float upstairs, probably to photograph her haul for Instagram. My father Ricky glances up from his newspaper, shaking his head. "Your sister works hard to build her brand," he says. "Maybe if you pushed yourself a little more instead of focusing on limitations." "I push myself every single day," I snap. "You just don't see it because you're too busy making excuses for her." "That's enough," Mum says sharply. "We're not having this conversation again. Savannah apologised, didn't she?" Actually, she hadn't, but that was typical. Savannah never needed to apologise because someone always jumped in to defend her first. I retreat to my room, easing my aching body onto the bed. My phone buzzes, a text from my cousin Jordan. "Hey Z, you okay? Mom mentioned there was drama at your place again." I type back, "Same old. Savannah took my parking permit shopping. Parents think I'm overreacting." "That's messed up. Want me to say something to her?" "No point. Nobody ever believes the quiet girl anyway." I stare at my ceiling, remembering all the times I've swallowed my anger. All the times I've heard, "You're too sensitive," or "It's not that bad," or "Family comes first." My fingers hover over my phone's keyboard as I open a new browser tab. How to report disability permit fraud. The search results load instantly. My heart pounds as I read through the process. Documentation required, penalties involved, anonymous reporting options available. It would be so easy. Just a few clicks, a form to fill out, some photos I've already taken. Another text from Jordan. "BTW, save the date for my wedding. 3 months from now. You're obviously invited. Savannah too, but I'm putting you at the cool kids table." I smile despite myself, then look back at the fraud reporting page. My sister's voice echoes from downstairs, laughing about something on her phone. Probably posting about her shopping life hacks again. My fingers start typing before I can stop them. Name, address, permit number, vehicle description. With each field I fill out, a weight lifts from my chest. This isn't about revenge, it's about consequences, about standing up for myself in the only way left to me. I hear Savannah's car keys jingling again. "Going to meet the girls for drinks," she calls out. "Don't wait up." The familiar sound of my permit being snatched off the counter follows. No one stops her. No one questions it. I look down at my phone, at the completed form waiting to be submitted. All it needs is one tap, one moment of courage, or spite, or justice. Maybe all three. My thumb hovers over the submit button as Savannah's car starts up outside. She's probably already planning her next shopping trip, her next party, her next casual theft of the accommodation I need to function. The submit button glows blue in the darkness of my room. I press it. So you actually did it. Jordan leans forward across our coffee shop table, eyes wide. You reported her. I nod, stirring my tea. 3 days ago. I've been documenting everything since then. Dates, times, photos. Look. I show her my phone's gallery, Savannah's car in disabled spots outside boutiques, restaurants, clubs. The permit clearly visible in each shot. My sister's Instagram stories providing timestamps that match perfectly. Damn, Z, you're like a private investigator, Jordan grins. But aren't you worried about the family finding out? I finish. Honestly, I'm more worried about them never finding out. What if nothing happens? What if this is just another thing Savannah gets away with? A notification pops up on my phone. Savannah's latest Instagram post. She's posing outside an exclusive downtown restaurant, designer bag prominently displayed. The caption reads, "Life hack, always know where to find the best parking," or "It's blessed." Jordan reads it over my shoulder and makes a disgusted sound. She's literally bragging about it now? Gets better, I say, scrolling to the comments. Someone asked how she always gets prime spots and she wrote, "Perks of having a sister with special needs." That's so messed up, Jordan says, then hesitates. Hey, speaking of special needs, for my wedding, do you want me to reserve no accessible parking? I cut in. I don't want anyone knowing I have a permit. Let Savannah think she's got her usual VIP spot. Jordan's eyes sparkle with understanding. You're planning something. Before I can respond, my phone rings. It's my mother. Zara, where are you? Savannah needs to borrow your permit again. Her friends are having a pop-up boutique event. I grip my phone tighter. I'm using it, Mom. I'm out right now. Well, how long will you be? Savannah really needs... No, I say firmly. She doesn't need it. She wants it. There's a difference. Why are you being so difficult about this? She's your sister. Exactly. She's my sister, not my identity thief. I hang up, hands shaking. Jordan reaches across the table and squeezes my arm. You okay? Yeah, I manage. Just tired of being treated like a permit dispenser instead of a person. My phone buzzes with a text from Savannah. Thanks for nothing. Had to park like 6 blocks away because you're being selfish. Hope you're happy. I am, actually. For the first time in years, I feel like I'm doing something instead of just taking it. Oh my God, Jordan suddenly says, staring at her phone. You need to see this. She holds up her screen. It's a mutual friend's Instagram story. Savannah at brunch with her influencer crowd, waving my permit around like a VIP pass. Life hack queen does it again, the caption reads. Who needs to pay for parking when you've got the golden ticket? Send that to me, I say quickly, and screenshot it before she takes it down. Already did. But Z, what exactly are you planning? I pull up my email and show her the response I got from parking enforcement this morning. Thank you for your report. Please provide any additional documentation of fraudulent permit use, including social media posts. The wedding's in 3 months, I say quietly. Savannah always parks in the VIP accessible spots at events. Always. And you think they'll actually do something? I forward the Instagram screenshots to the enforcement office, adding them to my growing file of evidence. They better, because I'm done being the family doormat. My phone lights up again, another text from Savannah. Mom's really upset now. Why do you always have to make everything so dramatic? Jordan reads the message and shakes her head. You know what's actually dramatic? Getting your car towed at your cousin's wedding. If it works, I say, but I'm smiling. Speaking of the wedding, how's planning going? Don't change the subject, Jordan laughs. But since you asked, we're finalising the venue layout, including the parking situation. She pulls out her tablet, showing me the site map. VIP and accessible spots are right up front. Perfect view from the reception hall windows. I stare at the map, imagining Savannah's car being towed away while everyone watches. Part of me feels guilty for even considering it. But then my phone buzzes with another demanding text from my sister, and the guilt evaporates. "You're sure you want me to save her one of those spots?" Jordan asks carefully. I think about years of stolen permits, dismissed complaints, and family gaslighting. About being told I'm too sensitive while watching my sister exploit my disability for Instagram clout. "Oh yes," I say, forwarding the venue address to parking enforcement. "Save her the best spot you've got." 3 weeks after filing my report, nothing has happened. Savannah still takes my permit whenever she wants, and I'm starting to wonder if I wasted my time. "Look what I got!" Savannah bursts into the dining room during family dinner, swinging a designer bag that probably costs more than my monthly disability check. "Limited edition, only available at the pop-up downtown." "Beautiful," Mom coos. "How did you manage to get in? I heard the lines were insane." Savannah winks. "Oh, you know me, I have my ways." I recognise that smirk. It's the same one she wore in her Instagram story yesterday, posing with my permit in front of the boutique. "Must be nice," I say, pushing my food around my plate. "Having ways to skip lines while actual disabled people wait." The table goes silent. Dad sets down his fork with a sharp clink. "Zara," he warns, "don't start." "Start what? Pointing out that what she's doing is illegal." "It's called being resourceful," Savannah snaps. "Maybe if you spent less time complaining and more time..." "More time what? Committing fraud?" "Girls," Mom interrupts, "can we please have one peaceful dinner? Zara, don't ruin the vibe. Savannah's excited about her bag." "Of course she is," I mutter. "Everything's always about Savannah." "What was that?" "Nothing." I push back from the table. "I'm not hungry." Back in my room, I check my email for the 100th time. Still no updates from parking enforcement. Maybe they don't care. Maybe a new message appears. "Dear Ms. Nelson, thank you for your ongoing documentation. Could you please confirm the license plate number and provide specific citing times for the following dates?" My hands shake as I type out the details, including screenshots of Savannah's social media posts that match each incident. My phone buzzes. Jordan calling. "Hey," she says when I answer. "How are you holding up?" "Just had another lovely family dinner. You know, the usual. Savannah showing off things she bought using my permit. Everyone pretending it's normal." "Well, I might have something to cheer you up. Wedding details." Despite everything, I smile. "Hit me. So the venue coordinator needs a final count for accessible parking. Should I put you down for..." "No," I say quickly. "Don't reserve anything for me, but what time does the venue start monitoring the parking lot?" 2 hours before the ceremony. Why?" I think about the email I just got, about all the evidence building up. "Just curious. Hey, what time is Savannah's hair appointment that day?" 3 hours before. She's been bragging about booking the best stylist in town. Why are you... Oh, Jordan pauses. "Oh my God, Z, are you thinking what I think you're thinking?" "That depends. Does the venue have a good view of the parking lot from the reception hall?" Jordan laughs. "Perfect view, floor-to-ceiling windows." "Good to know." I open my email again, adding the wedding venue's address and timing to my report. Just gathering information. "You're scary sometimes, you know that. I learned from the best. Speaking of which..." I hear Savannah's voice downstairs, probably planning her next outing. I should go. Things to document. I hang up and listen to my sister's conversation drift upstairs. "Yeah, parking's no problem," she's saying. "I've got it covered. VIP spots everywhere I go." I open my camera roll, full of evidence. Photos, screenshots, timestamps. 3 months of methodically building my case. The wedding is in 2 weeks. My phone pings with a new email from parking enforcement. "Thank you for the additional information. We have assigned Officer Carmen Tran to your case. She will be monitoring the reported locations." I save the email and head downstairs. Savannah's still on the phone, twirling my permit between her fingers like it's a VIP pass. Going somewhere? I ask. Not that it's any of your business, but yes, girls' night downtown. She tucks the permit into her purse. Don't wait up. Wouldn't dream of it. Mum appears in the doorway. Zara, don't forget we have dress fittings for Jordan's wedding tomorrow. I remember. And please, try to be more supportive of your sister. She's under a lot of pressure with her social media career. I watch Savannah sashay out to her car, already planning her next Instagram story. Don't worry, Mom, I say quietly. Everything's going to work out exactly the way it should. The sound of Savannah's car fading away is almost drowned out by the ding of another email notification. Officer Tran has reviewed your case. Enforcement action pending. 2 weeks, just 2 more weeks of watching Savannah steal my dignity, one parking spot at a time. Then we'll see who's under pressure. The dress fitting should have been simple, but nothing's simple when Savannah's involved. Can you believe some people actually tried to make me move my car? She's posing in front of the boutique's mirror, adjusting her bridesmaid dress. Good thing I had the permit. Front row parking, baby. She pulls out her phone, snapping a selfie with my permit visible in the background. Smart parking, she types, showing me the screen. Should I add more hashtags? How about felony fraud? I suggest sweetly. Mum shoots me a warning look. Zara, please, this is Jordan's special day we're preparing for. Can't you just what? Pretend it's okay that she's literally photographing herself breaking the law? It's not breaking the law. Savannah rolls her eyes. It's being resourceful. God, you're so dramatic about everything. The seamstress pins my dress awkwardly, clearly uncomfortable with the tension. I close my eyes, remembering the first time my family made me feel this invisible. Mom, I'd said, clutching the fibromyalgia diagnosis in trembling hands. The doctor finally figured out what's wrong. Instead of hugging me, she'd burst into tears. How are we going to manage this? What will people think? This is going to make everything so difficult for all of us. Not for me, for all of us. Zara, the seamstress touches my arm gently. Are you all right? You seem unsteady. I'm fine, I lie, gripping the fitting room rail. My legs are screaming from standing so long, but I refuse to sit, not today. She's always like this, Savannah stage whispers, so sensitive about everything. I watch her adjust her pose for another selfie, probably planning some inspirational caption about perseverance or hustling or whatever buzzword is trending. At least I'm sensitive about my own life, I say, not stealing someone else's disability for Instagram clout. That's enough, Mom stands up. Zara, if you can't be supportive, maybe you should wait in the car. Great idea, I say, carefully stepping down from the platform. Except I can't get to the car because someone parked in the only accessible spot with my stolen permit. It's not stolen, Savannah snaps. You never use it anyway, because you always have it. The seamstress backs away, mumbling something about getting more pins. Smart woman. My phone buzzes. A text from Jordan. How's it going? Your wedding is going to be interesting, I type back. Officer Tran confirmed she'll be there? Yep, just got to make sure Savannah uses the permit one last time. Don't worry, Jordan replies. Those VIP spots are right by the entrance. You know she won't be able to resist. I look up to see Savannah preening in the mirror, Mom fawning over her like always. Perfect timing, I text Jordan. She just posted another permit selfie, adding it to the evidence file now. You're kind of scary, you know that? So people keep telling me. Zara, Mom calls, at least try on your dress before you leave. I struggle back onto the platform, letting the seamstress fuss with the hem. Through the boutique window I can see Savannah's car in the accessible spot, my permit displayed proudly on her dashboard. The wedding's going to be beautiful, Mom sighs, both my girls as bridesmaids. If only you could be more like your sister Zara. She always makes the best of things. I stare at my reflection, at the sister who's been invisible for so long. You're right, Mom. I should be more like Savannah, take what I want, not care who it hurts. That's not what I know exactly what you meant. I step down carefully, gathering my things. And you're right, it's time I stopped being so passive. Savannah snorts. Please, you can barely walk some days. What are you going to do? I think about Officer Tran's email about the venue's perfect view of the parking lot, about years of stolen permits and dismissed complaints. You'll see, I say quietly, at the wedding. You'll all see. I leave them standing there, confused by my calm. Outside, I pass Savannah's car with my permit. 2 more weeks. My phone buzzes again, Jordan sending the final wedding timeline. Ceremony at 4, she's written. Parking enforcement starting at 2. Savannah's hair appointment across town at 1. Everything's set. I smile, taking one last photo of my permit in Savannah's car. Evidence item Tashandra 47. Perfect, I reply. Time to show them exactly what the quiet girl can do. Wedding day arrives with perfect timing and terrible weather. The rain means everyone wants to park as close as possible to the venue entrance, including Savannah. I watch from the bridal suite window as she pulls into the closest accessible spot, tossing my permit onto her dashboard with practiced casualness. She's running late from her hair appointment, exactly as planned. Did she take the spot? Jordan appears beside me, already in her wedding dress. Front and centre, right where Officer Tran can see it. You're sure about this? I think about this morning when Savannah snatched the permit off my dresser without even asking. Never been more sure of anything. My phone vibrates. A confirmation text from Officer Tran. Vehicle spotted, standing by. Savannah bursts into the bridal suite, designer makeup bag swinging. Oh, my God, the traffic was insane. Thank God I had the permit or I'd never have found parking. Aunt Zlata, arranging flowers nearby, raises an eyebrow. Permit? Oh, you know, Savannah waves dismissively. Zara's parking thing. She never uses it anyway. That's not how those work, dear, Zlata says sharply. Whatever. Savannah rolls her eyes. The important thing is, I'm here and I look amazing. She starts setting up her makeup station, chattering about her Instagram followers and brand deals. I check my phone again. Another text from Officer Tran. Documentation complete. Proceeding with enforcement. Zara? Mum pokes her head in. You look tired, honey. Maybe you should sit down. I'm fine. Are you sure? You seem tense. Through the window I spot a parking enforcement vehicle circling the lot. Actually, I feel great, I say. Everything's exactly where it should be. Savannah appears at my shoulder, phone raised for a selfie. Smile, sis. My followers love some family content. Speaking of content, I say carefully, how many likes did you get on that parking hack post yesterday? So many. People love learning insider tips. She starts typing a caption. Should I do another one about wedding parking strategies? Oh, definitely. Make sure you get a good shot of where you parked. She beams, completely missing my sarcasm. Good idea. The lighting's perfect right now. I watch her pose by the window, carefully angling to show the accessible spot where her car sits. Behind her, Officer Tran steps out of her vehicle. You doing okay today? Savannah asks, not looking up from her phone. You look a little tired, babe. The patronising tone, the fake concern, it's all so familiar, so practiced. Never better, I say, as a tow truck pulls into the lot. Actually, I think things are about to get really interesting. What do you mean? You might want to look outside. She turns just as Officer Tran approaches her car, citation book in hand. Oh my God, Savannah gasps. What is she doing? She can't ticket me. I have the permit. You mean my permit? She freezes, finally hearing something in my voice that makes her turn. Zara, what did you do? Me? Nothing. I smile sweetly. I just stopped letting you do whatever you want. I'm going to stop her. Savannah starts for the door, but Aunt Zlata blocks her path. Might want to fix your makeup first, dear, Zlata says mildly. You're about to be in quite a few photos. Through the window we watch Officer Tran inspect the permit, speaking into her radio. The tow truck operator starts positioning his vehicle. "This isn't happening," Savannah whispers. "Mom! Dad! Someone do something!" But our parents are busy with wedding preparations, and anyway, it's too late. The citation is already being written. "You know what the fine is for fraudulent permit use?" I ask conversationally. "It's pretty steep, almost as much as that designer bag you bought using my permit last month." "You reported me, your own sister." "No," I say quietly. "I reported someone who stole from me, repeatedly. The fact that she's my sister just makes it worse." Savannah's face contorts with fury. "You're pathetic. You did this because you're jealous of me. Actually, I did this because I'm tired of being invisible. But hey, you wanted to be an influencer. Now you can influence people not to steal disability permits." She storms out, presumably to try saving her car. Through the window, I watch her gesturing frantically at Officer Tran, who simply continues writing the citation. "That was a long time coming," Aunt Slatter says beside me. "Was it too much?" She pats my arm. "Sometimes the only way to be heard is to make a little noise, dear." Outside, the tow truck's lights start flashing. Savannah's screams echo across the parking lot. Jordan appears in her wedding dress, grinning. "Ready for the ceremony?" I watch my sister's car being hooked up to the tow truck, years of stolen dignity finally catching up to her. "Ready," I say. "I wouldn't miss this for anything." "You don't understand," Savannah's voice carries across the parking lot as wedding guests start gathering at the windows. "That's my parking spot." "Actually," Officer Tran says calmly, "according to the permit registration, it belongs to Zara Nelson, who isn't in the vehicle. She's my sister. We share everything." "Disability permits aren't meant to be shared, Mom. They're assigned to specific individuals." I watch from the garden archway as Savannah's designer heels sink into the wet grass. She's getting more hysterical by the second, mascara starting to run. "Mom!" she shrieks. "Dad! Someone do something!" Our parents push through the growing crowd, Dad immediately puffing up with authority. "What seems to be the problem here, officer?" "Fraudulent use of a disabled parking permit," Officer Tran replies, unfazed. "We've documented multiple violations over the past 3 months." 3 months? Mom's head whips around, searching the crowd until she finds me. "Zara, did you do this?" Before I can answer, Aunt Slater speaks up. "Does it matter who reported it? The girl's been stealing from her disabled sister. About time someone did something." "We're family," Mom protests weakly. "We could have handled this privately." "You've had years to handle it privately," I say, stepping forward. "You chose not to." The tow truck operator is hooking up to Savannah's car now. She lunges forward, nearly tripping in her bridesmaid dress. "You can't take my car. I have the permit right here." "That's evidence now," Officer Tran says, collecting my permit from Savannah's dashboard. "Along with your social media posts bragging about fraudulent use." "My posts?" Savannah goes pale. "You've been stalking my Instagram." "No," I say quietly. "I've been documenting your crimes." The crowd murmurs. I spot phones being raised, recording the scene. Savannah's worst nightmare, becoming social media famous for all the wrong reasons. "You vindictive bitch," she hisses. "You planned this, on Jordan's wedding day." "Actually," Jordan appears beside me, radiant in her wedding dress. "I helped her plan it. Consider it my gift to both of you. Consequences for you, justice for her." Dad steps forward, that familiar dismissive look on his face. "Now, listen here, officer. Surely we can work something out. These are just girls being girls." "Sir," Officer Tran interrupts, "permit fraud is a felony offence. Your younger daughter has been documented using it at least 27 times in the past 3 months alone. Would you like to see the evidence?" She holds up her tablet, showing a compilation of Savannah's own social media posts, each one featuring my permit, each one bragging about her parking hacks. "Oh shit," someone in the crowd whispers. The tow truck's hydraulics whine as Savannah's car begins lifting off the ground. She makes one last desperate grab for her designer bag, still inside. This is all your fault, she screams at me. You're pathetic. You're just jealous because I actually have a life while you're stuck being broken. The crowd goes silent. Even Mom looks shocked. No, Savannah, I say, my voice carrying clearly across the parking lot. I'm not broken. I'm disabled. And you've been stealing from me because you thought I was too weak to fight back. I didn't. That's not. But you know what's really pathetic? I continue. Building your whole social media brand on stolen disability access. How's that for an influencer story? Officer Tran hands me back my permit. This belongs to you, Ms. Nelson. We'll need you to testify about the unauthorized use. Of course. You can't be serious, Mom pleads. Zara, she's your sister. Yes, she is, and now she gets to learn what that actually means. The tow truck starts pulling away, Savannah's car swaying slightly as it goes. My sister stands there in her expensive dress, makeup running, watching her perfect image literally being hauled away. Aunt Zlata appears with her phone out. Don't cheat the blue tag, kids. They always come for you eventually. Should I post that, or is it too on the nose? Jordan laughs. Post it. Let's start a new trend. Actual consequences for entitled behaviour. This isn't over, Savannah snarls, but her voice shakes. When everyone finds out how you set me up. You mean when everyone finds out how you've been exploiting your disabled sister for Instagram clout? Jordan cuts in. Yeah, let's definitely get that story trending. Officer Tran finishes her paperwork. Court date will be mailed to you. Have a nice wedding. As she walks away, I hear her mutter under her breath. Finally, some karma. The crowd slowly disperses, heading inside for the ceremony. I stay by the archway a moment longer, watching the tow truck disappear around the corner. Ready to go in? Jordan asks softly. I look at my permit, finally back in my possession. Yeah, I think I am. Behind us, I can hear Savannah's sobs mixing with Mom's attempts to comfort her. But for the first time in years, the sound doesn't make me feel guilty. It makes me feel free. The wedding ceremony passes in a blur of tension and whispers. I can feel Mom's disappointed stare burning into my back from the front row. But I keep my eyes forward, focused on Jordan's vows. During the reception, Savannah corners me in the hallway outside the bathroom. Happy now, she hisses. You've ruined everything. No, I just stopped letting you ruin my life. Your life? She laughs bitterly. You mean sitting at home feeling sorry for yourself? At least I was putting that permit to good use. Good use? I step closer. You mean stealing access from actual disabled people so you could get Instagram likes? Girls, Mom appears, her face tight with controlled anger. Private conversation, now! She herds us into an empty conference room. Dad follows, closing the door behind him. What were you thinking? Mom demands. Humiliating your sister like this? On Jordan's wedding day? Interesting how you're more upset about Savannah being humiliated than about her committing actual crimes. Don't be dramatic, Dad cuts in. This isn't about, it's about family, I finish. Right, that's always the excuse. Family comes first. Except when it's my needs, my dignity, my legal rights being violated. I can't believe you're this petty, Savannah spits, over a stupid parking permit. It's not about the permit, my voice rises despite myself. It's about you thinking you're entitled to take whatever you want from me because my disability makes me less important than you. That's not true, Mom protests weakly. Really? When was the last time you defended me instead of her? When was the last time you acknowledged that what she was doing was wrong? Silence. That's what I thought. We just wanted peace in the family, Dad says. No, you wanted compliance. You wanted me to shut up and let Savannah do whatever she wanted because it was easier than standing up to her. How dare you? Savannah steps forward. After everything this family has done for you. Done for me? I laugh. You mean like when Mom cried about my diagnosis because it would make life harder for everyone else? Or when Dad suggested I was just being lazy? Or maybe you mean all the times you stole my permit and posted about it online like it was some cute life hack. The door opens. Jordan stands there in her wedding dress, Aunt Zlata beside her. Everything okay in here? No, I say clearly, but it will be because I'm done. Done with what? Mum asks. Done pretending this is normal. Done letting you gaslight me into thinking I'm overreacting. Done watching Savannah steal pieces of my life while you all make excuses for her. You can't just... Savannah starts. I can, and I did. Officer Tran has 3 months of evidence. Your car is impounded. And your social media followers are about to learn exactly what kind of person you really are. You're really going through with this, Dad demands. Pressing charges against your own sister? Yes, because someone in this family needs to face consequences for once. This will ruin her record, Mom cries. Maybe she should have thought about that before committing felony fraud. Savannah lunges forward suddenly, grabbing my arm. You vindictive little... That's enough, Jordan's voice cracks like a whip. Savannah, let her go or I'm calling security. You're taking her side. There aren't sides here, Aunt Zlata says. There's right and wrong. And you've been wrong for a very long time. Savannah releases me, stepping back. Her perfect makeup is ruined, her carefully curated image crumbling. I hate you, she whispers. I know, I reply calmly, but that's your problem now, not mine. I turn to our parents. I'm moving out tomorrow. Jordan's helping me find an apartment. You can't just leave, Mom pleads. Watch me. But we're family. Dad tries one last time. No, I say quietly. We're just people who share DNA. Family supports each other. Family respects boundaries. Family doesn't steal from each other and then play victim when they get caught. I walk to the door, then pause. Oh, and Savannah? Officer Tran said to check your mail for the court date. Don't worry, I'm sure it'll make great content for your followers. The sound of Savannah's outraged scream follows me down the hall, but for once it doesn't make me flinch. Jordan catches up to me near the reception hall. You okay? Better than okay. I pull out my parking permit, my actual legal permit. For the first time in years, I know exactly where I stand. Through the windows, I can see the empty spot where Savannah's car was towed away. It feels like a metaphor, a space finally cleared of all the toxic entitlement that's been suffocating me. Come on, Jordan says, linking her arm through mine. Let's go celebrate something worth celebrating. Behind us, I hear Savannah's sobs echoing down the hall, but this time they sound different. They sound like consequences. Court is adjourned. The judge's gavel echoes through the courtroom as Savannah bursts into fresh tears. Jordan squeezes my hand as we watch my sister being consoled by our parents. The fine is substantial and the conviction will follow her forever, exactly like the chronic pain she so casually exploited. Ready to go? Jordan asks. Almost. I pull out my phone and open Instagram. Savannah's latest post is still there, a tearful explanation about learning and growing that conveniently omits the part where she stole from her disabled sister for social media clout. I click the block button. Finally. Outside the courthouse, Officer Tran catches up to us. Ms. Nelson, just wanted to say, we don't see many of these cases through to conviction. Most families pressure the victim into dropping charges. Most families care more about image than justice, I reply. She smiles. Well, your case has already changed things. We've had a spike in fraud reporting since your sister's story went viral. People are finally speaking up. Good. I watch my parents hurry Savannah toward their car, not even glancing my way. Someone should. Ready to see your new place? Jordan dangles a keyring. The move is finished this morning. The apartment is perfect. Ground floor, accessible bathroom, and, most importantly, my own designated parking spot right by the entrance. No permit needed. Look what came, Jordan says, holding up an envelope as we enter. From the courthouse. Inside is a certified copy of the judgment against Savannah, along with a restraining order preventing her from coming near my home or accessing any of my medical equipment or documents. Think she'll actually stay away? She better, Jordan says, unless she wants to add violation of a court order to her record. My phone buzzes, a text from Mom. I hope you're happy. Savannah's influencer contracts are all cancelling. You've ruined her career. I show Jordan the message. She snorts. Pretty sure Savannah ruined her own career by broadcasting her crimes on social media. They'll never see it that way, I say, blocking Mum's number 2. In their world, I'm still the villain for not letting her steal from me. Their world sounds exhausting. It was. I look around my new apartment, my space, my rules, my life. But I'm not living there anymore. Jordan helps me unpack boxes while we order takeout. As we're sorting through papers, she pulls out a familiar blue placard. Your permit, she says. Where do you want to keep it? I take it, running my fingers over the surface. Right here in my car, where it belongs, where only I can use it. Speaking of cars, Jordan grins. Did you see Savannah's latest drama? Her insurance dropped her after the conviction. She's having to take the bus. Karma's not just a trending hashtag anymore, huh? We laugh and it feels good. Real laughter, not the forced kind I used to fake at family gatherings while watching Savannah steal pieces of my dignity. A knock at the door makes us both jump. It's Aunt Slater, holding a housewarming plant and wearing her signature knowing smile. Thought you could use some company that doesn't gaslight you, she says, sweeping in. Also, you might want to see this. She holds up her phone. Savannah's latest post is a tearful video about cancel culture and how unfair it is that actions have consequences. The comments are savage, Zlata says gleefully. Turns out people don't like influencers who steal from disabled relatives. Who knew? I knew, I say quietly. I always knew. I just had to stop being afraid to say it out loud. Well, say it as loud as you want now, dear. You've earned it. My phone buzzes again, an email from Officer Tran. Case closed successfully. Permit fraud database updated. Subject flagged for future enforcement. Thank you for your courage in seeing this through. I show the others. Jordan raises her takeout container in a toast. 2 consequences, she says. 2 boundaries, Zlata adds. 2 finally being heard, I finish. Later, after they've gone, I stand in my new doorway looking at my car in its designated spot. No more fighting for access. No more explaining why I need what I need. No more watching someone else treat my disability like their convenience. My phone lights up with a final text from Dad. Family should forgive. I type back, family should respect. I choose peace over toxic forgiveness. Goodbye. Then I block his number too. Inside my apartment, my space, my rules, my boundaries, I put my permit where it belongs. In my car, for my use only. Where it will stay. They called me too sensitive. Maybe I was. But sensitivity taught me to feel what was wrong, and strength taught me to fix it. I hope it haunts them, knowing the quiet girl finally learned to roar. But more importantly, I hope it heals me, knowing I finally learned to choose myself.